Hello friends, I am Vijay Desle. I will teach you organic chemistry of paper 1, that is unit 3 of paper 1, in which we have to see 3 topics. Topic 1 is nomenclature of organic compounds. Second topic we have to discuss here, structure and bonding in organic compounds. Which are the bondings and which are the hybridizations are there in organic compounds, that we have to see in the second topic of unit 3. And in the third topic we have to see fundamentals of organic reaction mechanism. So which are the different types of intermediates are formed in organic reactions, which are the various effects are operated in organic reactions, that we have to discuss in third topic of this unit. Now I have to begin with nomenclature of organic compounds. So before that we must know what is organic compound. So the organic compounds are the compounds basically made up of carbons. So these are the compounds of carbons along with some other elements such as hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen and some other elements such as sulfur, halogens. So basically organic compounds contain carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Along with this some other elements are also there in these compounds. If compound contain only carbon and hydrogen, then these are called as hydrocarbons. So only carbons and hydrogens are there in organic compound, which are called as hydrocarbons. So organic chemistry is the chemistry of carbon compounds and its derivatives. And if compound contain carbon and hydrogen, these are called as hydrocarbons. And these are the 3 types of hydrocarbons: alkanes, alkenes and alkynes. Actually broadly if we classify hydrocarbons, then these are the 2 types, saturated and unsaturated. Alkenes are the saturated hydrocarbons, contains carbon-carbon single bond, while unsaturated hydrocarbons are alkenes and alkynes in which double bond or triple bond is present. Means along with single sigma bond there is a formation of pi bond between the carbon atom, or there may be formation of 2 pi bond between the carbon atoms along with sigma bond. So there may be a triple bond in case of alkynes and double bonds in case of alkenes. So hydrocarbons are of 2 types, saturated and unsaturated. In case of saturated, these are called as alkanes, and unsaturated hydrocarbons are of 2 types, alkenes and alkynes. So these are the 3 types of hydrocarbons we have to see here in this category: alkanes, alkenes and alkynes. So alkanes are the saturated hydrocarbons, contain carbon-carbon single bond. So these are contain carbon-carbon single bond, while alkenes are the unsaturated hydrocarbons, contain carbon-carbon double bond. So there is a double bond present between the 2 carbons. In this double bond, one is sigma while other bond is pi bond. And in case of alkynes, C triple bond C. So these are the unsaturated hydrocarbons, contain carbon-carbon triple bond in which one is sigma bond while 2 are the pi bonds. Alkanes are called as paraffins. Alkanes are also called as paraffins. Alkenes are called as olefins, and alkynes are called as acetylenes. So here this is the simple classification of hydrocarbons in 3 types: alkanes, alkenes and alkynes. Alkanes are the saturated, while alkenes and alkynes are the unsaturated hydrocarbons. Means unsaturation means it contain multiple bond, it contains single double bond, pi bond along with the single sigma bond. So here these are the simple hydrocarbons here we have discussed. Now each of the hydrocarbon is having different general formula. So on the basis of general formula we can calculate or we can find out number of carbons and hydrogens present in the compound. So general formula of alkanes: CN H twice N plus 2. So what is N? N is the number of carbons. So if we know the number of carbons, then we can find out its corresponding alkane. If we know the number of carbons, then we can find out its corresponding alkene. If we know the number of carbons, we can determine the number of hydrogens of that corresponding alkyne. So alkanes are having general formula CnH twice n plus 2, where n is the number of carbons, where n is the number of carbons. So if 2 carbons are there, then C2H twice n means 2 into 2 plus 2. So 2 into 2 is 4, 4 plus 2 is 6. So here it is H6. So this is the corresponding hydrocarbon when the 2 carbons are there in the alkane. So that corresponding alkane's molecular formula will be C2H6. Then alkenes having general formula CnH twice n. So number of hydrogens in normal alkene exactly double to that of number of carbons. If 2 carbons are there, then its corresponding alkene will have 4 hydrogen. So 2 carbons are there, then C2H4. C2H4. And alkynes are having general formula CnH twice n minus 2. So hydrogens are twice n minus 2. So if the number of carbons are 2, then if 2 carbons are there, then 2 into 2, that is 4, 4 minus 2 is 2. So here C2H2 is the corresponding alkyne when the number of carbons are 2. So these are the general formulas from which by using that we can find out molecular formula of that corresponding hydrocarbon, whether it may be alkane, alkene or alkyne. So here these are the some fundamental things we have seen. Actually you have learnt all these things in the earlier classes, maybe in 11th or 12th. So here this is the basics of hydrocarbons. Now we have to see some other basic part of alkanes, that is these are the simple 10 alkanes from the methane to decane. So on the basis of number of carbons, we have to see here names of these alkanes and the molecular formula of the alkanes. If 1 carbon is there in the alkane, then it is called as methane. If number of carbon is only 1, then it is called as methane, and the methane will have general formula, molecular formula is CH4. We all know methane is having molecular formula CH4. Then next is number of carbons are 2. So here we have seen if the number of carbons are 2, then the hydrogens must be 6 if it is saturated hydrocarbon. So here the molecular formula of ethane is C2H6. Then next third, if the number of carbons are 3, then it is called as propane. Molecular formula is C3H8. If number of carbons are 4, it is called as butane, C4H10. Number of carbons are 5, it is called as pentane, C5H12. If number of carbons are 6, it is called as hexane. Molecular formula is C6H14. If number of carbons are 7, called as heptane, C7H16. If number of carbons are 8, called as octane, formula is C8H18. If number of carbons are 9, called as nonane, molecular formula is C9H20. If number of carbons are 10, called as decane, molecular formula is C10H22. So why I have given here these 10 hydrocarbons, 10 alkanes? Because whenever we have to give name to any organic compound, then we must know the names of parent hydrocarbons, its corresponding parent alkane. So these are the corresponding parent alkanes with respect to number of carbons present in it. So organic compounds are classified in different types on the basis of functional groups, such as hydrocarbons, alkanes, alkenes, alkynes, alkyl halides, alcohols, carbonyl compounds such as ketones, aldehydes, then carboxylic acids, anhydrides, esters, amides, amines, nitriles, mercaptans. So these are the various functional groups are there in the organic compounds. So all the organic compounds are classified in different functional groups, but they are named according to IUPAC systems. So all the organic compounds are named as per IUPAC. So this is International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. So actually in earlier days, all the compounds, all the organic compounds were named as per their sources, natural sources, or they may be named as per their physical properties. So those names were called as tribal names, or they were the common names, tribal names of that compounds. But latterly there are several difficulties while naming such a compound. So researchers or chemists face lot of difficulties while naming the particular compound, because compounds are prepared in the laboratories, so it is difficult to give name on the basis of their sources. So there was one meeting held in Geneva. This Geneva meeting proposed this International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry, established it to give names to the organic compounds. So these are the systematic names. So IUPAC gives systematic names to the compounds. So then on the basis of IUPAC rules, we have to see nomenclature for different functional groups. So we have to start from alkane, then we have to see alkenes, alkynes, then we have to move towards other functional groups. First we have to see IUPAC nomenclature of alkanes. Alkanes. So here first we have to see general rules of nomenclature. The first rule is select longest chain of carbons. Select longest chain of carbon. This is the first fundamental rule. Select longest chain of carbons, and from that corresponding number of carbons select the parent hydrocarbon from this list. If the longest chain contains 5 carbons, then select the parent alkane from this list. So if 5 carbons are there, then the corresponding hydrocarbon is pentane. If 7 carbons are there in the longest chain, then the corresponding hydrocarbon is heptane. If 4 carbons are there in the longest continuous chain of carbons, then it is butane. So on the basis of number of carbons in the longest straight chain, we have to find out the parent hydrocarbon, and then it will be here the parent name of that compound. Then we have to see the other substituents. Once we select longest chain, then we have to find out whether it is branched or unbranched. If it is branched, then give numbers in such a way substituted carbon, that is carbon having branch, then the substituted carbon will get lowest possible number. So here substituted carbon should get lowest number. In such a way we have to start numbering. If we are giving numbers from this side, the carbon having branch will get second number. If we start numbers from this side, the carbon having branch will get third number. Then we must give numbers from the side where lowest number goes to substituted carbon or branched carbon. So the substituent should get lowest possible number. So carbon which is having substituent will get lowest possible number. Then the next important is, if similar group or similar substituent comes twice or more than 2 times in the longest chain, then it is called as di for 2. If 2 similar groups are there, then attach prefix di before the name of that group. If 3 are there, then it is called as tri. If 4 are there, it is called as tetra. So these are the prefix we should attach to the substituent while naming the alkane. And at the same time we have to mention the number of carbon where the substituents has attached. So mention the number of carbon where substituent has attached. So the substituted carbon if having second number, then the substituents will get here second number. Then the next is, if different types of groups are there, different types of substituents are there, then arrange them alphabetically. First give lowest numbers, then arrange them alphabetically while writing the name of that compound. So here in case of ethyl and methyl, so two groups are there. So which one should be named first while naming this compound? Then E come first in alphabetical order over the methyl. So ethyl should be written first while arranging the name, while writing the name, then followed by the methyl. So these are the some very basic rules of the nomenclature. Why to name this as per these rules any compound. So each and every compound, when we have to name as per the IUPAC, we must follow these important rules. Select longest continuous chain of carbons, give lowest possible number to the substituents. Here only if one substituent is there, then we have seen here about the substituted carbon should get lowest number. If more substituted carbons are there, or if more substituents are there, then all the substituted carbons should get lowest possible number. So we have to think about the substituted carbons of different substituted carbons present in the compound. Now we have to start naming from the simple name. So here CH3, CH3. How many carbons are here? Only 2 carbons. So this is carbon number 1, carbon number 2. So find out the 2 carbons compound here. So 2 carbon is ethane. So the compound is here ethane because it has no substituents. It has no substituent. If we have this next compound, then select the longest chain of carbons. Carbon number 1, carbon number 2, carbon number 3. 3 carbons are there. If we give numbers to this side, so this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. So it is same. From this side 3 carbons are there. In this way 3 carbons are there. If we start numbers from this way, so second carbon is substituted carbon. If we start number from right side 1, 2, 3, so the second carbon means same number goes to this carbon. So here while writing name of this, we have to first mention the position of carbon where substituent has attached. So this is the 2 where the substituent has attached, and this is the methyl group. Now what is the method of naming this? So for that we must know alkyl groups. So what is alkyl groups? This is also called as alkyl radicals. So if one hydrogen is removed from these alkanes, then its suffix ane is replaced by yl. So these are called as alkyl. So from methane CH4, one hydrogen is removed. So methane, it is CH4, and if it is CH3, one hydrogen is removed from methane, so it is called as methyl. So this alkyl group is called as methyl. If from ethane, so it is C2H6 is ethane, so one hydrogen is removed, so this is C2H5, so this is called as ethyl group. So these are called as alkyl radicals, or here alkyl groups in the longest chain. So while naming these alkyl groups or while naming these substituents, we have to mention the number of carbon where substituent has attached. So substituents has attached to second carbon, so then give hyphen between the number and name of that group. So this is methyl. So this is 2 methyl, then its corresponding parent alkane is propane. 1, 2, 3, 3 carbons are there. So it is propane. So the name is 2-methyl propane. So its parent alkane is propane. So this is the parent name of this compound, and this propane is having methyl at second position. So the name is 2-methyl propane. Now I to move towards next compound. If we have CH3, CH2, CH, CH3, CH2, CH3. So here CH3, CH2, CH, CH3, CH2, CH3. So how many carbons are there in a straight chain? Find out. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5. So total 5 carbons are there in a straight chain. So if the 5 carbons are there, then it belongs to pentane. So its parent alkane is pentane. So before that, we have to mention here the position of substituted carbon along with alkyl group. So in this pentane, this methyl has attached to third position. So 3-methyl pentane. The name of compound is 3-methyl pentane. If next example we have to see CH3, CH2, CH, CH3, CH3. So here this is the next compound, in which find out longest chain of carbons, continuous chain. So here this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 carbons are there. So 4 carbons are there, then its name is butane. Okay, butane. Now the question arises, from which terminal or which end we have to start numbering. So we can start numbering from this side, we can start numbering from this side. So tell me or think on this, from which side we have to start numbering. So what is our rule? Substituted carbon should get lowest possible number. So if we start numbering from this side, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So the substituted carbon will get here 3 number. But if we start numbering from this side, so 1, 2, 3 and 4. So this is the second. So 2 is definitely less than 3. So here this is correct one, this is wrong one. So we have to use only this one. So here the methyl attached to second carbon of this butane. So it is 2-methyl butane, not the 3-methyl butane, because 3 number is bigger than 2. So we have to give lowest possible number to the substituted carbon. Hence we get here the name 2-methyl butane. Now next one is CH3, CH, CH3, CH2, CH, CH3, CH2, CH3. Now see how many carbons are there in a straight chain. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 carbons are there. So if the 6 carbons are there, then it corresponds to hexane. So its parent alkane is hexane. So its parent hydrocarbon is hexane. Now we have to see the groups attached to the straight chain. If you start numbering from this side, so this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5 and this is 6. Then second number goes to methyl and the fourth number goes to methyl. If we start numbering, from right side, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 3 and 5 number goes to this. So 2 and 4 is definitely less than the 3 and 5. So we have to start numbering from this left side. So the substituted carbon is 2 and 4. So how many methyls are there? 2 methyls are there. If 2 methyls are there, then it is called as di. So we have to attach prefix di before the alkyl group, and we have to mention the number of carbons where the methyl groups has attached. So here it is 2, 3 dash dimethyl hexane. So this is the second carbon having methyl, fourth carbon is having methyl. So 2,4-dimethyl hexane. So 2 and 4, give comma between the numbers, 4 and di is here, so between the name and number show hyphen, show dash, simple hyphen line between the name and number. So here we have seen the next example of 2,4-dimethyl hexane. Now we have to see some other examples of alkanes. So here, see the next example. How many carbons here in the state chain? So here this is, if you start counting from this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. 7 carbons are there. If you start numbering from this side, 1, 2, 3, 3 is the methyl, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. But not this, because 6 is having only, this chain is having 6 carbon, but here it is having 7, so 6 is less. So here this methyl will be considered as a substituent. So its parent alkane is 7, means it is heptane. So its parent alkane is heptane. Heptane is having methyl group at 3rd position and this methyl group at 5th position. So 3, 5 dimethyl heptane. So the name of this hydrocarbon is 3,5-dimethyl heptane. Now the next example we have to see CH3, CH, CH3, CH, C2H5, and here there is a CH2, CH3. If we start numbers from this side, how many carbons are there? 5 carbons are there. So its name is pentane. If you start numbering from this side, substitute carbon is 3rd one. If you start numbering from this side, substitute carbon will be 2nd one. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4 and here 5. So while numbering, we must give numbers from the side where the substituted carbon will get lowest number, or from the side where the substituted carbon is closer to the terminal end. So this is closer because this is the second distance from this. If you start numbering from this, so it will be 3rd one. So here this will be correct one. Now how we have to name this? So this is ethyl group, this is methyl group. So we know the alphabetical order. In alphabetical order, which one will come first? E or me? So this is ethyl, not the methyl. So I have to mention the name of ethyl first. So this is the 3rd carbon where ethyl has attached 3 ethyl, then 2 methyl dash 2 methyl, and this is here continue with pentane. So this is pentane. So this is 3 ethyl 2 methyl pentane. In this way, this name we have seen. Now some other groups if present in the compound, such as propyl group, isopropyl group, then CH, CH3, CH3. This group if present in the compound, this is called as isopropyl group. If CH2, CH2, CH3. So this is N-propyl, or simple this is called as propyl group. One isobutyl is also there. Isobutyl is CH3, CH, CH3, this is CH2. So this is isobutyl. This iso means CH, CH3, CH3, this group is called as iso group, and this is here next carbon. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. So totally 4 carbons are there in this group, and this isopropyl fragment is there. So this is one additional carbon, it is called as isobutyl. So along with ethyl, methyl, these other groups are also present, such as propyl, isopropyl, isobutyl, along with some normal alkyl groups. Now we have to see next higher alkanes and their nomenclature. See the further groups. See this one. This one compound I have written here. See the number of carbons in a straight chain. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 carbons are in a straight chain. So there are different straight chains we are having. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is also straight chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is also straight chain. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is also next continuous chain. So there are the different continuous chains are there, but we have to see which chain we have to select. The chain which cover or which contain maximum substituents. So the chain should cover maximum substituted carbons. So if we start from this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So how many substituents are there? This one and this two. Only two substituents are there. But if we start numbering from this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So how many substituted carbons? Second is having methyl, third is having ethyl, fourth is having again ethyl. So in this way, this is the correct way of numbering, in which maximum substituted carbon should be covered in the continuous straight chain. So see here, how many carbons? 6 carbons. So from the 6 carbon it is hexane. Okay. Second carbon is having methyl, third is having ethyl. So we can mention here different groups. So it is hexane. Okay. This is one. Then it is having methyl at second position. So this is 2-methyl. Okay, this is 1. 3-ethyl is there, 4-ethyl is there. So 3, 4-ethyl is there. So this is diethyl. So I have to arrange in a systematic way. So how I have to arrange? So this is here methyl, this is here ethyl. So ethyl come first in alphabetical order. So this is ethyl. We have to mention first, then we have to mention methyl. So here this is 3, 4 diethyl, 3, 4 diethyl, 2-methyl. It is hexane. So the name is 3, 4 diethyl, 2-methyl. Number of carbons in a straight chain are 6. Parent hydrocarbon is hexane. So 3, 4 diethyl, 2-methyl hexane. So this is the correct name of this compound. Next we have to see CH3, CH2, CH, C2H5, CH, CH3, CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3. So find out number of carbons in a straight chain. So here this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if we start numbering from this side, so 3 and 4 number goes to this substituted carbon. If we start number from this side, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 will goes to this. So definitely these are the lower numbers. So here this is isopropyl group. This group is called as isopropyl, or it is also called as secondary propyl or 2-propyl. Secondary propyl or isopropyl is also accepted, and this is here ethyl. So ethyl attached to third carbon. So this is 3 ethyl 4 isopropyl, and the number of carbons are 7. So 7 is heptane. So it is heptane. So in this way, 3 ethyl 4 isopropyl heptane. So this is the name here we have given, in which ethyl is there, isopropyl is there. And here next example we can modify here in this structure. If we attach here, instead of this methyl, if you attach here CH2CH3, okay, and then here we are attaching, this is CH3. We are removing these numbers. Now think on the longest continuous chain of carbons. So this one or here this one. So if we start numbers from this side, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5. Here 1 2 3 4 is having two numbers. 1 2 3 4 is having here again two numbers. But here if we start numbering from this side, so ethyl is coming on the third position, where this third is here methyl. So here this is 1 2 3 4. Now 5 6, but here 5 6 and 7. So this is 4 5 6 and 7. So if you start numbers from this side, 1 2 3, 3 is methyl, here 3 is ethyl, 4 is definitely from both sides methyl and ethyl. So we can select this rather than this way, because here third is having ethyl group, here 1 2 3 will be methyl. So we have to start numbers from this side. So here how many carbons are there? So we have to write on this side. So 7 carbons is there, so it is heptane, okay. Then 3 is ethyl, 4 is ethyl, so 3 4 diethyl, okay. 4 and 5 is methyl, 4 5 dimethyl. Again see which are the groups are there. No, only ethyl is here, 3 and 4, and 4 and 5 is methyl. So we have to arrange this systematically. So this is ethyl come first, then methyl. So this is 3 4 diethyl hyphen 4 5 dimethyl, 4 5 dimethyl heptane. So in this way, here we have seen IUPAC nomenclature of various compounds of alkanes. Alkanes are the saturated hydrocarbons contain carbon-carbon single bond. What we have seen in this lecture today? We have seen first various hydrocarbons, then we have seen general rules of IUPAC nomenclature. Which are the general rules? First is select longest continuous chain, second is give lowest possible number to the substituted carbons, then next is if two groups are there, then it is called as di, 3 groups are there, similar groups are there, it is called as tri. And while naming this hydrocarbon corresponding alkane, mention the number of carbons where the substituents are attached, then write their names followed by the parent hydrocarbon. So these are the systematic names here we have seen as per the IUPAC. These names are called as IUPAC names of organic compounds or the systematic names of organic compounds. In the next lecture, we will discuss about IUPAC nomenclature of alkenes and alkynes. Thank you.